Our flag was created by Blas Infante and passed by the Assembly for Andalucia of Ronda in 1918. Andalucia has used the same colours all along its history: white representing peace and green representing hope. For Blas Infante, these colours are more than that. He talks about Omea green, the heraldic colour of the Caliphate of Cordoba, and Almohad white, colour making reference to another golden period in Andalusia. Green, white and green, the colours of our flag, recalling the colours of our landscapes. Green from our fields and olive trees, and white for villages and orange blossoms. This flag we can see now is the first Andalusian flag, which was handmade by Blas Infante's wife, Angustias Garcia Barrias. It is kept and shown at the Museum of the Autonomous Region of Andalusia. This historical emblem represents one of the symbols of our autonomous region, Andalusia. The symbols of Andalusia are the flag, the anthem, and the coat of arms. Blas Infante also created the Andalusian coat of arms. It was inspired by the emblem of the city of Cadiz, to which he added Andalusia, on its home for Spain and mankind. The main character of our coat of arms is Hercules, a mythological hero holding two lions between two columns. Legend has it that Hercules separated Africa from Andalusia with his supernatural strength, and two columns were formed at each end, which are the columns in our emblem. These columns symbolize Mount Acho in Ceuta and the Rock of Gibraltar. A coat of arms was created by Blas Infante and passed by the Assembly for Andalucia of Ronda in 1918 together with a flag. The coat of arms we are watching now is the one Blas Infante placed in the front of his house in Coria del Rio. Paradoxically, it remained where it was all through the Spanish Civil War and the period of dictatorship. Nowadays, it is kept in the Museum of the Autonomous Region of Andalusia. This historical emblem represents one of the symbols of our autonomous region. Blas Infante wanted to create an anthem for Andalusia. First, he wrote the lyrics and then decided not to compose an original tune. He got inspired by the melody of a religion song usually sung by Andalusian peasants during the harvest. That song was called Holy God. Blas Infante asked the director of the Orchestra of Seville, Master Castillo, to adapt the melody of the peasant song to the lyrics he had written. Our anthem was passed in 1933 at the Liberalist Board of Andalusia and was sung for the first time at the Alameda de Hércules, which is a square in the center of Seville, on the 10th of July 1936, just 1 week before the beginning of the Spanish Civil War. To be able to fully understand the lyrics in which he urged the Andalusian people to claim for freedom and the plot at long, we should have to go back in time to the early 20th century. The anthem summons the Andalusian people to get their dignity back and get out of the stagnation in which they were. The failure of the industrialization and the unfair distribution of land provoked the loss of the splendor that Andalusia had had all along its history. Our history was started with the first Mediterranean civilizations and continued with the Roman Empire, Al-Andalus, and the Age of Discoveries, in which Andalusia became the center of the world. That's why in the anthem we can hear, "We want to be once again what we once were." At that time, Andalusian people were mostly underpaid peasants or landlord servants. Population and unemployment increased hand in hand, and the region was growing poorer and poorer. That's why Blas Infante summons the Andalusian people to rise up and claim for freedom and a plot of land. Nowadays, Andalusia is a developed region with lots of possibilities. Therefore, the dream of our founding fathers has come true.